If you're thinking about moving to Rockwall, Texas in 2026, you've probably heard it's one of the fastest growing areas in all of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. But there are 5 things nobody's telling you that could cost you thousands of dollars and months of frustration. I'm Kenneth Holland, your local Dallas-Fort Worth residential friendly realtor. And if you're looking for a home in the Dallas area with more land and few houses around, I can help you with that. Call me. Now, I've lived out here in the East Dallas-Fort Worth area on Acreage myself for years. And before I got into real estate, I spent over 20 years running a construction company. That means when I look at properties, I'm not just seeing granite countertops and fresh paint. I'm seeing drainage problems, soil issues, long-term maintenance realities that some agents completely miss. In this video, I'm going to give you the complete breakdown of what it really looks like to move to Rockwall in 2026. We're talking cost of living, the good and the bad of living here, the best neighborhoods for Acreage buyers, and the mistakes I see relocating families make every single week. Whether you're moving here in the next 9, 90, or 180 days, my team and I are here to help you. My contact information is right here on the screen, and it's also in the description below. Be sure to reach out. So let's start with why Rockwall is blowing up right now. First, it's the location. Rockwall is about 20 to 25 minutes from downtown Dallas on a good traffic day, which means you get access to big city jobs and entertainment without actually living in the chaos. You're far enough out to breathe, but you're close enough that your commute doesn't destroy your quality of life. Second, the land. This is the big one. In Rockwall County, you can still find homes on 1, 2, or even 5-acre lots without paying luxury prices. Compare that to North Dallas or Frisco, where you're packed into a subdivision with 12 feet between you and your neighbor's bedroom window. Out here, you actually have space. You can let your kids run around, you can have a shop, you can keep horses if you want. That's what my buyers are looking for. They want more land with fewer houses around them. Third, the schools. Rockwall ISD is actually a really good school district. Well, you'll have to look at that because I'm a real estate agent. I can't talk too much about it, but I can tell you about the I-30 Classic, which is awesome. This is a hometown rivalry between Rockwall High School and Rockwall Heath High School. Once a year, they battle out on the football field. It creates a friendly rivalry within the city and within the county. And fourth, Lake Ray Hubbard. You've got water access, boating, fishing, and lakefront lifestyle that a lot of people don't even realize exists this close to Dallas. But here's the thing, and this is important, Rockwall isn't perfect. And if you don't go in with your eyes open, you're going to be frustrated 6 months after you move here. Now, the cons, and these are real. Yes, it's only 20 minutes to Dallas in theory, but if you're commuting during rush hour, you're looking at a 45 minutes to an hour each way, especially if you work in North Dallas or Fort Worth. That adds up fast. If you're working from home or have flexible hours, this isn't a problem. If you're commuting 5 days a week at 7 a.m., you need to factor that into your daily schedule. Land ownership isn't always easy. A lot of buyers love the idea of acreage until they realize what it actually takes. You're going to be on a septic system in many areas, which means maintenance. You're going to have some gravel driveways that need grading. You're going to be mowing more land or paying someone to do it. Now, I love to mow my property, but I have 2 boys and I've got to teach them to work, so they do it. If you don't choose the property right, you could have drainage problems that turn your dream lot into a swamp every time it rains. That's where my construction background comes in. I can spot these issues before you buy. Limited walkability and shopping. This isn't downtown Dallas. You're gonna be driving everywhere. If you want Whole Foods or a bunch of trendy grocery stores, you're heading back toward the city. Although we do have H-E-B that just opened up, and we've got plenty of great trendy restaurants. Growth in traffic. Rockwall is growing fast, which is good for property values, but tough on infrastructure. Roads that were fine 5 years ago are now packed during rush hour. New developments are popping up everywhere. If you're moving here for peace and quiet, make sure you're buying in an area that's going to stay that way. So what about entertainment? We have plenty of entertainment. We don't have a lot of the name brand entertainment that you might be looking for, but we have a lot of local, wonderful, exceptional restaurants, to name a few, that are on the square and also in the harbor. So where should you actually look if you're moving to Rockwall and you want land? There's a few options. Heath is one option. This is one of the areas for acreage buyers. Heath is technically its own city, but it's right next to Rockwall. You've got large lots, great schools, through Rockwall ISD, and it still feels rural. Properties here tend to hold value really well. They tend to be a little bit more on the luxury side. Fate is also another good option just east of Rockwall. Fate is growing, but you can still find affordable acreage here. It's a little further from Dallas, only about 5 minutes past Rockwall. But if you're okay with that trade-off, you get more land for less money. Royse City is another option, a little bit farther out, about 10 minutes outside, further east. So Royse City is where you go if you really want some serious space. 5, 10, 15 acre properties are right here. It's true country living while still being within a reasonable reach of the Metroplex. The trade-off is longer commute and fewer immediate amenities. Rockwall city limits, that's where I live. I live on an acre and a half. It's closer to the city, closer to things, but you can still have a great feeling of privacy and being out in the country, not on top of your neighbor, and still have an acre and a half. Some areas you can have horses, like on my property, I could have horses if I wanted to. You can even have chickens in some areas. Now, here's what I'm gonna tell you. Don't just pick a spot on the map. Drive out here, spend a Saturday morning in each area, go to a restaurant, check out the grocery store, time your commute during rush hour, see what it actually feels like to live here. And when you're ready to get serious, that's where I come in. I'll help you evaluate the land itself, not just the house that it. All right, this is the part that some agents skip, but it's the most important part of this entire video. If you're buying land in Rockwall, you cannot just look at pictures online and make an offer. You have to understand what you're actually buying. Let's talk about draining. This is one of the issues that I see. Texas gets heavy rain, and if your property doesn't drain properly, you're going to have standing water close to your foundation and have foundation problems. I walk every property with my buyers, and I try to show them where the water is going to drain, what it does, where it's going to pull, where it's going to run off, if the house is sitting in a low spot. These are questions you need answers to before you close, and I'll help you get those answers. Soil conditions. We've got expansive clay soil in a lot of areas around here. That means the ground swells when it gets wet and it shrinks when it's dry. If your foundation isn't built to handle that, you're looking at cracks, shifting, and expensive repairs. I'll help point this stuff out because I've seen too many things go wrong. Septic systems. Most acreage properties are on a septic, not city sewer, and that's fine, but you need to know where the septic tank is, when it was last serviced, and whether the drain field is in good shape. A failed septic system can cost you $15,000 to $30,000 to replace. So I'm going to help you negotiate those into the transaction. Utilities and access. Is the property on a paved road or gravel? Do you have to maintain a shared road? Is the electric already run to the building site? Or are you looking at thousands of dollars to get power out there if you don't have a house on it? These are real costs that can add up fast. Lot usability. Just because you have a property and a house on it with 5 acres doesn't mean all 5 acres are usable. Is it heavily treed? Is it steep? Is part of it in a floodplain? I help buyers understand how much of the land they can actually use and enjoy. This is where having an agent with a construction background comes in strong and matters. I'm not just opening doors for you, I'm helping you avoid expensive mistakes. By the way, if you're finding this helpful and you're serious about relocating to the Rockwall area or anywhere on the east side of the DFW Metroplex, I put together a free checklist that covers what to check for when buying a house with land. The link is in the description below. Now let's wrap this up. So here's the bottom line. Rockwall is an incredible place to live. I know that. I live here in Rockwall and I live on Acreage. If you want more space, great schools, and a strong community feel without paying North Dallas prices, then Rockwall is the place for you. But it's not for everyone. If you need to be in the middle of the city, if you hate commuting, or if you're not ready for the realities of owning land, this might not be the right move for you. But if you're relocating to the Dallas area and you want more land and fewer houses around you, then Rockwall, Royse City, Heath, and the surrounding East DFW communities are absolutely worth considering. And here's my promise to you. If you work with me, I'm going to help you find the right property and not just any property. I'm going to point out problems, walk you through the land itself, and make sure you're making a decision you'll still be happy with 5 and 10 years from now. If you're planning on moving in the next 9, 90, or 180 days, give me a call or text me. My info is right here on the screen and in the description below. My team and I would love to help you make a smooth, smart move to the east side of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Thanks for watching. Remember, I'm Kenneth Holland, your local Dallas-Fort Worth residential friendly realtor.